So this is an awesome tip. I mean, we do this in our restoration process every day, and it's paying collections for deletions. So what is a pay for delete? A pay for delete is when you've got you have a negative item on there. Generally, it's a collection, and you pay that collection, but then you get the item removed from the credit report. So we're going to dive right into this. But if you do this effectively, it can boost up your credit scores. I mean, right away, 20, 30, 40, 50 points, depending on what kind of collection you're getting deleted and some other factors, but it's super effective. So what you need to do is you need to identify the newest collections that you can afford to pay in a lump sum right now. What I mean by that is that you can't call the collection agency and say, hey, I want you to delete this, but I want to pay you over time. If they're even going to consider doing a deletion for you, you have to have a lump sum of money. So you call them up, say, hey, Mr. Collector, I'm going to offer you 30 cents on the dollar, and I want you to delete it. They're not going to do it, okay? That's just a really lowball offer. If they do it for you, kudos, that's fantastic. A lot of times they'll come back and they'll say, well, how about we do 50 to 60 cents on the dollar and a deletion? That's a possibility. But what's most common is that they'll come back and they'll say that that they'll do 100, that you have to pay 100% of the monies right then, and they'll do the deletion. That's a great deal. I mean, you're taking care of your debt and you're getting the item deleted, all right? So you have to be very careful about the verbiage that they use, because a lot of collectors, when you say, well, can you do a pay for delete? They'll say, oh yeah, sure. It'll say paid as agreed, so what's your credit card number? That is not the same. Settled as agreed, paid as agreed. Paid, that is not the same as having it deleted. Everybody assumes, oh, well, if I paid, it's going to be deleted. That is not the way that it works. So you have to be very, very careful. Not all collectors will do this. And as a matter of fact, some of the very large collection agencies, they won't go for it ever. You may ask them once, after twice, they're not going to do it. But let's say you've got 4 collections on your credit report. And you call up all 4, and there's only one that wants to play ball. So great, you play ball. Ask them for a delete, see if they can fax you a deletion letter, or email you a deletion letter, or mail you a deletion letter. I've been doing this for 8 years. I've done this hundreds and hundreds of times. If they actually say, hey, we are going to delete it, I've never had them not delete it. Now I've got to write a letter. You have to write a letter to the credit bureaus and say, hey, listen, this is supposed to be on here. You need to delete this. They're going to contact the collector using their systems, and there should be on file there through their automated system that it needs to be deleted, or that they're no longer reporting it, so that it gets deleted. You may want to record the phone call, because a lot of times they won't send you anything in writing, but if you've got that phone call recording, you can hold their feet to the fire, and it's going to get done. So you may want to just get them on the recording saying, yes, we're going to delete it. Also get the person's name, the time you called, all of that good information, all right? So let's say, so you're working on 4 collections. One of them says they'll do the pay for delete. The other 3 say, no, we're not going to do it. So what do you do now? This information I'm about to share, I'm not saying it's not anywhere else, but it's here, and it's something that's very effective. And 99% of people that I talk to in the mortgage business, finance business, consumers, they don't even know that they can actually do this, but it's super effective and it helps out our clients all the time. If they refuse your offer, of course we talked about this, move on to the next one, or there's more than one way to skin a cat, pay the original creditor directly and request the bureaus to remove the collection account. So what you would do is that collection agency says, no, we're not going to do it. So you call the original creditor. You call, the hospital that the collection was with. You call the phone company that it was with. You call the credit card company that it was with. Say, hey, listen, phone company, I know I owe you guys some money, and I want to pay you guys. A lot of times the front level people will say, no, you have to. This has been assigned to XYZ collection agency, you need to pay those guys. Saying, I don't want to deal with those guys are jerks, I want to pay you directly. Maybe you'll have to get a manager on the line, but once you do, and once they take your money, that collection that's on your report, that collection agency can't report it as a paid collection. They can't just leave it on there as an unpaid collection. because it's almost like the account has been retracted from them. So then you just write a letter to the bureau saying, hey, this collection shouldn't even be on here. This was paid to the original creditor, and it should just come right off. 99.9% of the time it's going to come right off of your credit. And if it doesn't, then you may write a letter to the collector and say, hey, this was paid to the original creditor. You're in violation. It needs to come off. So this is an awesome way, a super effective way to help you get deletions and help start repairing your credit, but the most effective way, not just going willy-nilly paying stuff off, and you're doing more damage than good. So stay tuned for tip number 3. It's going to be coming out here just shortly. And my name is Robby Allen with Credit Restoration of Texas. Feel free to give us a call. Go to our website, creditrestorationoftexas.com. Score better with us. Y'all have a great day.